anyone who doubts that politics can be disrupted, reformed, and transformed into a hopeful experience, tonight is for you. To one in this room who is in utter disbelief that Republicans and Democrats and independents can work together, can find common ground, maybe even like each other. Tonight is for you.
All right, that is Mayor Yemi Mobolade after his history-making victory, becoming the very first elected black immigrant and non-GOP mayor of Colorado Springs. The former pastor ran unaffiliated and says he wants to focus on quality of life over party lines.
His story is truly the American dream. After arriving to America from Nigeria almost 30 years ago, he is now a mayor of an American city. And joining us now from Colorado Springs is Mayor Yemi Mobolade. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. It's a joy to be on your show.
You became a citizen 6 years ago. I'm curious though, why did you decide to run for mayor?
Yeah, today is a special day for me. 6 years ago, I rose my right hand and swore my allegiance to this great country. And you know, for 21 years leading up to that, I've loved my city. I've participated in this democracy, but there was one thing missing. I wasn't able to vote. And 6 years ago, that all changed. I'm all in, and to be all in, I took that one step further, and I felt I ran for office because my city needed my leadership. My city needed what I had to offer, and what I have to offer is sound leadership, pragmatic leadership, and a leadership that transcends and puts our quality of life ahead of politics.
And Mayor, talk about a historic win. Colorado Springs is a heavily conservative, Republican-run city, and you flat out wanted unaffiliated. You say you want to disrupt politics. How do you plan to do that? You've already done it.
We're already doing that. I believe my city is hungry for leadership that puts our quality of life ahead of special interest, and I just think there's a tiredness. There's a tiredness with the political landscape, and they say, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. I actually say desperate times call for a new kind of leadership, and sometimes it takes someone with my story, my profile, especially my immigrant story, to remind us of the best of who we are as Americans.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the issues facing our country. So many cities across the nation are dealing with gun violence. It's an issue your city knows all too well after the 2022 mass shooting at Club Q. I mean, what can we do to stop this? Is there anything we can do?
No, absolutely. And this is a perfect example where good leadership is needed, not just leadership that prioritizes partisan talking points, because public safety is one of the things I ran on, and I ran on public safety because that's what I heard from my resident. That's the #1 priority. I'm a parent to my wife and I are parents of 3 young kids, so it's always on the top of our minds. And Club Q was a devastating event in our community, and while justice has been served, the work of justice has only begun, and that's bringing healing to many of the survivors that are affected and their family members, but also ensuring that our community is safe. So for my city, ensuring that we are able to recruit and retain our law enforcement officers and provide them the training that they need to be able to do their job well and effectively, and to keep our community safe.
Mayor, let's talk about the problems at the border. It's a top issue for voters. Migrants are being shipped to cities all across the country, including here in New York. What goes through your mind when you see that happening?
Right. I think the immigration story is right now is a very complex one, and many times it is limited to the border issues, and we have to do that dance between caring for people at the same time ensuring that we are keeping our country safe. It's very similar to the work of being a mayor of this great city. Even when we talk about issues like homelessness, how do we balance how we do the dance between showing compassion at the same time and ensuring that we are keeping our community safe. I do believe the immigrant story, though, it's limited to the border conversation, and there's so many immigrants like me who have chosen to come here and find community, find work, find family. We are entrepreneurs, we are business owners, we provide jobs, we are in the tech sector, medical sector, and we are bringing in the values that are very aligned to the American way of life of hard work, family, and also a brighter future. And I think that whole story must be told, not just a fragment of the story. And for my assessment, I'd say that's one of the challenges of this conversation.
Mayor Yemi, we appreciate you coming on and having this conversation with us. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.